I was so. Oh, it's already recording. Oops.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saucer Rock. Nobody's watching these videos, but what the hell? We don't care. Today's show is brought to you by King Crimson Lizard T-shirt
And the Rolling Stones.
and the Rolling Stones, who do have a saucer song.
Yeah.
2,000 light years from home. My favorite Rolling Stones song of all time.
It's a great one.
It's so very lonely. You're 2,000 light years from home. Okay, so we just had an absolute fantastic fiasco of trying to get my microphone to work for what? Hour and 11 minutes. First song today, folks, is Starship Trooper by the Yes album. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce my guest, Ryan Gavalier. Hello, Ryan. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
You got a gun? Janie's got a gun. Can you introduce me to Janie, please? I'm not even going to go there. Wrong album. You're doing Toys in the Attic and Rocks today. I like rock. I actually like rocks. Okay, I've got a dilemma right now. I can't read this print because it's too small.
Oh, yeah.
Get magnifying glass out. Okay. So what we do here, we just talk about songs that have to do with flying saucers. So today we're doing Starship Trooper by Yes.
Yep.
And the lyric goes, do you want to take the first paragraph, my friend?
I could just read them if you want.
Oh, that'd be better. Yeah, because I can't even see it with the magnifying glass.
Sure.
Take it away, Ryan.
All right. So lyrics of this song are Sister Bluebird flying high above, shine your wings forward to the sun, hide the mysteries of life on your way. Though you've seen them, please don't say a word. What you don't know, I have never heard. Starship Trooper goes sailing on by. Catch my soul, catch the very light. Hide the moment from my eager eye. Though you've seen them, please don't tell a soul. What you can't see can't be very whole. Speak to me of summer, long winters, longer than time can remember. The setting of other roads. I travel on in old accustomed ways. I still remember the talks by the water, the proud sons and daughter that knew the knowledge of the land, spoke to me in sweet accustomed ways. Mother life, hold firmly onto me. Catch my knowledge higher than the day. Lose as much as only you can show. Though you've seen me, please don't say a word. What I don't know, I have never shared. Loneliness is a power that we possess to give or take away forever. All I know can be shown by your acceptance of the facts that they're shown before you. Take what I say in a different way, and it's easy to say that this is all confusion. As I see a new day in me, I can also show it you, and you may follow. Speak to me of summer, long winters, longer than time can remember, the setting up of other roads to travel on in old accustomed ways. I still remember the talks by the water, the proud sons and daughter that knew the knowledge of the land, spoke to me in sweet accustomed ways.
Good job.
Thanks.
Hey, you're hired. I don't know what to say. I mean, the title of the song somehow came from I'm not somehow, I know it for a fact, came from a book by a man named, what is his name? Came from Starship Troopers, the book. I think it was Frank or something. Robert Heinlein. That's who it was. Heinlein. And he wrote Stranger in a Strange Land. And also Starship Trooper. And I don't know too much about what the book is about because I've never read the book. But I believe John Anderson read the book and then wrote this song kind of about it, and then what he was thinking about back then. And this is 1971, of course. But
Mhm.
UFOs have been seen, I mean, that really started in 1947. So it's pretty obvious when he says, though you've seen them, please don't say a word. What I don't know can't, whatever, like the lyric. And I'm confused right now because I just went through absolute mental hell trying to get my microphone to work. But, and it was all my fault. So, I blame me because I'm ignorant in some of these electronical device thingies. But anyway, it's not much to say about it. It's just that I believe it's just about somebody is saying that they saw something in the sky, and it might have something to do with a Starship Trooper. But it's funny, this particular band lineup and everything up until um I think maybe Relayer, because everything changed with that album. But I think a lot of the fans called themselves Troopers, whereas the Trevor Rabin, yes, 90125, the 11 years that went on, they sort of called the band Yes West. So it was the Troopers versus Yes West. But
Oh,
other than that, I don't have any fancy trivia for you. I just think it's about flying saucers. I mean, they get really obvious about it on Tormato. Uh,
yeah.
we're we're heading there.
I think that I think that it definitely I mean it's saying like though you've seen them, please don't say a word. Like, that could be a lot of different people saying that, or creatures. I mean, it could be aliens saying that in the story. It could be like the government saying that in the story. It could be different people or creatures. Obviously, like it's talking about the proud sons and daughters that knew the knowledge of the land. It's like whoever. It sounds like he went to a different planet in the song, because I remember the talks by the water with them. So he's kind of like learning about their history and stuff, which is also secrets that can't really tell people. Um, you know,
Yeah,
I think that there's a lot in this one. I mean, definitely seems very science fiction based. Like you said, it's off of that book. So, I mean, I think there was definitely a lot of creativity there. Whether I mean, I think a lot of these musicians were very into like sci-fi literature at the time. So I think that they used it as inspiration for their lyrics, just like Led Zeppelin did with Tolkien and stuff. Just use the lore from those kind of stories as a source of inspiration to
yeah,
talk about some other things too at the same time, which we'll definitely be talking about with a future song that's coming up today. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot more with this one. It's a really interesting song. It's one of my favorite Yes tracks. The Yes album is just such an amazing album by the band. I mean, Yours is No Disgrace is another favorite on that one. I think that this lineup of the band with Tony Kaye still playing keyboards is awesome. I mean, I love Rick Wakeman too, but I kind of like the little, I wouldn't say simplistic. He's not as bombastic as Rick on the keys, though. A little more toned down at times. But this band sounded really good at this point, especially Chris Squire. He really shines on this song with some pretty crazy bass riffs.
yeah.
Awesome breakdown in the middle. It's a fantastic track.
Oh yeah. And the last part, the instrumental part where they go over and over and over and over and over. That's
Yeah.
from Steve Howe's band before he joined Yes, called Bodast. It was called Nether Street. It's on their album,
That's cool.
the Bodas tapes. And the rest of it's pretty crappy, but that's pretty cool. I did
That's
learn how to play that, by the way. It's a really weird way of playing chords where you play your, since you're a guitar player, you'd get this, but you play an inverted G way up high, but you have the D being the lowest note. So it's the fifth. So every chord, G, E flat, C, it's always the fifth. So the fifth is D, B flat, G. And
nice.
and the way you finger it, that's how you get an open G. It's the string, the open G string. It's constantly going. And that's how Steve Howe does it. It's hard to make the finger. I mean, just grab the neck right away and go to that chord. It's really hard to do that if you're not used to doing it. But once you get on it, you can stay with the pattern. That's what's cool about it. You can move it around, do all kinds of things with it, you know. It's just a weird.
Yeah. Do you want to do Genesis next, or what were you thinking? Nice.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're moving on from Yes to Genesis, and do you have the lyrics for this?
Yeah, I have them on my phone.
Good. These are hard to see too,
It
because
says,
anyway, we're doing the song "Keep It Dark," which just happens to be my favorite song on the album.
it's a great one.
Abacab, 1981, and we're gonna have Ryan read you the lyrics. Go, Ryan.
Found that man reported missing. He wandered in his home. It don't seem too bad if you consider just what he's been through. Seems he met with a gang of thieves who mistook him for a man of means. They locked him up, then found he had no money, so they let him go again. Now he's back at home and happy just to see the kids. I wish I could really tell you all the things that happened to me and all that I've seen. A world full of people, their hearts full of joy, cities of light with no fear of war, and thousands of creatures with happier lives and dreams of a future with meaning and no need to hide. Oh, keep it dark. Seems strange to have to lie about a world so bright and tell instead a made-up story from the world of night. I wish I could really tell you all the things that happened to me and all that I've seen. A world full of people, their hearts full of joy, cities of light with no fear of war, and thousands of creatures with happier lives and dreams of a future with meaning and no need to lie. No need to hate, no need to hide. Oh, keep it dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, if you don't mind, I'll start off with this.
No, go
one.
ahead. You know me, I always like to go last. So
Yeah, I was thinking about these lyrics a lot today, actually, because they're really interesting. So my take on it is a few different things. So I think that first of all, it could be about him going to another planet and lying about getting robbed because he doesn't want to have to admit, or he can't tell that he got like abducted by aliens. Second one that I was thinking is that he actually travels in time and never actually gets abducted. Maybe literally travels in time with like a time machine or something, or maybe it's even just a dream or like some kind of like hallucinogenic trip or something. It could be multiple things, but seems like he could have traveled in time, saw the future, saw that the world that's coming, like our version of that version of Earth, is a lot happier, that people are more at peace, and it's just a really beautiful future compared to now versus, you know, a planet where everybody's happier and stuff. Third, I don't think this is what it's about, but it's kind of a funny thought. He could have had an affair with someone from another country and saw like this different country. It could be like somewhere real cool, like I don't know, somewhere like a real paradise spot or something. Sees everybody so happy there and stuff, and he comes home, can't tell his wife that he went to another country to have an affair with somebody, so he says he got robbed by thieves. Either way, he's lying about getting robbed, whether it's because he went to a different planet, because he traveled in time, because he went to a different country, or he may have actually gotten robbed. Now he's telling these things about a better world and stuff as some kind of denial or something of how ugly the world can be after he had a traumatic experience of being like abducted by like a gang or something and being robbed or attempted to be robbed or something like that. There's so many different interpretations with these lyrics. It's a really interesting song. It's pretty poppy and upbeat, but I think there's a lot more to the lyrics.
I think the first thing that what attracted me to it was the 5 notes on the guitar are constantly repeated over and over and over and over. It's Mike Rutherford, you know. Boom, 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 and that thing goes all the way through the song, except for the parts where they break and go, keep it dark. That don't happen right there. But I think that once again we have this newscasting thing going on with Genesis. They do this a lot. So he says, found the man who's missing and blah, blah, blah. That's a news broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the announcer once again, just like Harold the Barrel and like whatever we were talking about before, where they would have a newscaster.
Uh-huh.
Most of Selling It by the Pound isn't really anything to do with newscasting, but there is a narrator. But anyways, to back up into this one, to go Abacab, I think it's just what it sounds like. I think the Men in Black got a hold of him and said, you need to come up with a made-up story. Here's your story, because you need to keep it dark.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a made-up story from the world of night, again, the darkness. Truth dies in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think it's a fascinating song. I love it.
It's a good one.
And I don't know if they've ever done this live. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But we'll get there. We'll be going through this album on our other show pretty soon,
Mm-hmm.
in a few weeks down the road. So we can probably get more into it then. Okay, so is that all we want to say about Keep It Dark? I really like the song. Like you said, it's very upbeat and poppy, but it's just got that. Another thing about that riff is when you first hear it, you think it's on the beat, but when Phil comes in and the band comes in, it's off the beat. So it sounds like it's the same thing as there's a Beatles song that does that too. I can't think of what it is right now. Oh, She's a Woman. You hear the guitar going dun 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 dun, and then when the band comes in, the guitar is now going uh uh like it's on the backbeat. Well, it's the same thing with this. The way Rutherford plays that guitar, when Phil comes in, he comes in off the beat, which becomes the beat, which makes the guitar go back off the beat. It's real strange. But we're getting more into music than lyrics, and I think we were not going to do that. But what do you got for the third song today, Ryan?
Inca Roads, right?
By Frank Zappa. Do you have
Yeah.
any kind of like media with that, or?
I don't own a copy of this
Oh,
album.
okay. I'll show. Hang on.
I have a bunch of his albums, but not this one.
Oh, my
It's
my
a
Frank,
good album, though.
my Frank Zappa collection is 3 times as wide as this.
Wow.
That's so. Okay, well, I'll show. Hang on. I'll show the
I have
cover.
the lyrics on my phone,
Here's
though.
the cover. It's Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, One Size Fits All. It's my favorite album that he does, and It's also the cleanest. It's the one where he doesn't swear. Do you have the lyrics?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good, because these are again too small on this kind of poster, and I'm not going to be able to read them.
Yeah. It goes, did a vehicle come from somewhere out there just to land in the Andes? Was it round and did it have a motor? Or was it something different? Sure was different. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my entire life. Whose Python boot is that? That ain't my what? Why don't you sharpen it then? Little brown round ball, I couldn't. That white can't do nothing. Jesus. Wait a minute. Mother Mary and Joseph. Did a vehicle flying along the mountains and find a place to park itself, park it. Or did someone build a place to leave a space for such a thing to land? Ah, aha, ah, ha, ha, ah, 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 ah. Did a vehicle come from somewhere out there? Did a vehicle come from somewhere out there? Did the Indians first on the bill carve up the hill? Did a booger bear come from somewhere out there just to land in the Andes? Was she round? Did she have a motor? Or was she something different? Guacamole queen, guacamole queen, guacamole queen. At the Armadillo in Austin, Texas, her aura. Or did someone build a place or leave a space for Chester's thing to land? Did a booger bear come from somewhere out there? Did a booger bear come from somewhere out there? Did the Indians first on the bill carve her up the hill? On Ruth. Aha, that's Ruth.
Yeah, it just to read that stuff out loud, it just doesn't have the same impact as listening
No,
to him singing. I mean, George Duke sings that song, and he
it's
does
great.
it. He's so good at that. He goes, the tone he's got is like, I love it. I love singing along with him. You know, did a vehicle come from somewhere out there just to fuck me, Randy's? Was it round? Did it have a motor? It almost sounds like he's trying out for Earth, Wind, and Fire or something.
Definitely. Yeah, it's
But
definitely
anyways,
a different experience doing it spoken word.
Inca Roads. Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this song's a joke song. Honestly, like I think they're kind of making fun of the whole UFO phenomenon. Um, but I mean, it talks about like landing in the Andes, who made this, you know, did they make like specific places for these UFOs to land and stuff? Obviously, was it round and did it have a motor UFO? Um, I don't know. Did it fly along the mountains and find a place to park itself? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely talking about it. I think it's kind of a joke more than anything. That's kind of what Zappa does, is write like funny lyrics and stuff. I don't think he was taking the whole thing very seriously, but I don't know.
He's poking fun at the truth, making it seem like a lie.
Yeah,
That's what he does. He puts a mirror up to everything and then says, this is what I'm seeing." But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's the Inca roads are, those who don't know, in Peru, there's a place called the Nazca, Nazca plains, and there's these absolute strange lines. They're called the Nazca lines. They go for miles, and they're the same depth. They're kind of like I don't know, a foot wide or something, and they're everywhere. And the only way you can really see them is from up in the air, a couple of thousand feet up in the air, and you can tell what they do then. But there's also creatures down there. There's a spider, and there's some sort of other animal, but you can't see it unless you get up in the air. And you have to ask yourself, isn't that proof that something else was going on thousands of years ago on this planet that we can't explain right now? I mean, you can laugh at it all you want, but the proof remains. But I think it's just Zappa trying to get people to think
with humor.
with humor. Oh yeah, the humor is always there. Like I said, the one thing beautiful about One Size Fits All, if you're worried about playing in that and having profanity, there's not a stitch of it on that album.
Yeah.
There's none on Apostrophe either. So it's like, but yeah, I don't know what more I could add. I just love the song. I think musically it's a tour de force. There's sections in that song that are just jazz fusion.
Definitely.
They're
Great
just blowing out what we used to call that balls out, just really fast.
Yeah, some of the drumming on that one's
Oh,
not.
Chester Thompson's a monster on there. That's why Phil Collins wanted him to play in Genesis for so much, because he heard him playing on Roxy and elsewhere, and he goes, "We got to get that guy."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if someone's gonna play in Genesis, it's gotta be someone real good. So you have one of the best drummers of all time up in the band.
Yeah, and the fact that he played with Zappa, that's pretty good resume, 'cause
Definitely.
Zappa never hired a bad musician ever.
Oh no, absolutely.
So I don't know. I think I almost want to apologize for the unprofessionalism that I created in this video today, but it is what it is, and we didn't hit stop recording yet, so we're going with it. I really want to thank Ryan for his patience today. He helped me a lot, and also I love his backdrop. That looks awesome.
Thanks.
I don't know how you find stuff like that. You have to maybe one of these days teach me how to do that stuff. I don't know what to do. But anyways, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap it up here, because you got Aerosmith to do. Make sure you tune into Ryan's Vinyl Destination and check out his show today with Aerosmith. He's going to be, I don't know if you're rating the albums or just talking about them, but you're going to be doing Toys in the Attic and from 1975 and Rocks from 1976. And my personal favorite, if I was to choose an Aerosmith album, would be Rocks, because I did own it at one time back in the 70s when it first came out. And check my channel out on YouTube if you want. It's just Rand Kelly with this ugly face on it. And I'm doing my Take One projects. I did one the other day where I just did a Mellotron solo for a friend, and I left it titled To Be Determined, and he's going to come up with the title maybe, and I'll change it around there. But anyways, I'm still looking for 1,000 subscribers, but I seem to be losing subscribers. I was at 600, now I'm down to 594. I don't know what's happening. They're jumping ship, Ryan. What can I do? I mean, what can I say? I don't know.
They're doing Titanic violence.
It's been a slice, man. So tune in next week. I haven't decided. My dog's going nuts. I haven't decided quite yet what songs we're going to do next week. So I'll let you know. And
for sure.
Then then we'll let so I don't have a preview of coming attractions, but they'll be interesting, and there'll be three. There'll be three songs. We decided that we would stick with three.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you wrap up one of these meetings, Ryan? You just go down to stop recording and say you're out?
Yep.
All right. Well, you take care and have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow for the Genesis show on Ryan's Final Destination. We're going to be doing Trick of the Tail and Wind and Weathering.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Not yet. Bye, everybody.
Bye.